Hey, it's producer Rob. We've got Jeff and we've got Bart over here.
Guys.
Thanks for tuning in. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. Yes. If you're listening to us right now, that means you're not seeing us, but you can see us if you want to. Just go to Jeep Beach Official on YouTube, and you'll be able to find out everything that we've done in the past, most of them anyway.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah. And if you are watching this and you want the audio portion of it, all your favorite podcast platforms will cover that.
Yes.
So, ready for the show?
Ready.
You ready?
Yes,
we're ready.
Thanks for tuning in. Here we go.
It's now time for another episode of the Offroad Toolbox, a Jeepers guide to everything off-road. Powered by Best Price Trailers.
Hey, welcome everyone. We want to thank all of our sponsors out there. We got BestBuyTrailers.com that supplies our trailer for the Offroad Toolbox. We also got Randy Dye's place there,
Daytona's
Dodge,
Garage, yeah.
Daytona's Garage,
Yep.
keeping us up. And then we got Ryan with B&B Fasteners here today with us.
B&B Fasteners, another one of our sponsors.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
I'll tell you what, he hooked us up.
No kidding.
Yes. He hooked
And you
us
were
up.
just saying earlier how he hooked you up with stuff and you don't know how your trailer is going to pull now with all the stuff that you've got in it, the weight
heavy.
now. Yeah.
It's heavy. So
I think Randy Dye could probably help out with a bigger Dodge or something.
no, it's got to be a Jeep. Got to be a Jeep, and it can't be
He's
a
got
Wrangler.
mechanics.
Or put some helper springs in there or something.
$392?
No, that won't help.
That
either.
wouldn't work
No,
either?
because it's all suspension.
Oh, okay.
You know, and plus when you raise it up 3 inches, it gets a little soggy. So it's okay.
All right, we're going to
So,
find
anyways,
out.
so we got Ryan and we got Jeremy in here with us today.
Yes.
We're bringing them in to kind of talk about the products that they have out there that we can get and take with us out there on the trails with us. So,
Yeah. So most of what I think Jeremy and I would suggest is what we pretty much outfitted the Offroad Toolbox trailer with, for at least the main things that folks need to have in emergency purposes.
right.
Obviously, Jeremy and I, when we go off-roading, we probably take a few additional items. But if you went with us, especially with him, it's always extreme riding.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Time out. This is extreme.
Well, then you two can go together and,
Well, let's put it this way. If the apocalypse ever happens,
yeah.
Bart's my man.
Jeremy's right there with him.
Bart and I will survive.
Oh, yes. They may make fun of me all the time for it, but yes.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah, with what we put in the off-road toolbox, though, were things that some extremists would need to utilize,
Yes.
as well as your everyday drivers. We put things in case you had a flat tire,
Yes.
half-inch
Oh, without a
impacts.
doubt. Yes.
We put impact socket sets on there.
Yep.
We put the wheel sets on there, so the sockets that are made specifically for taking the lugs off and not damaging the
Yeah.
wheels.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, as we saw at the event, they're spending thousands of dollars on the wheels
Oh, yeah.
and in the tire sets. So we had some of those items on there, as well as 1/4-inch impacts, drill drivers, some things like that are needed in a pinch.
right.
You don't think about it until you're like, if we only had
exactly.
one of these types of items. Obviously, we threw in some comfort items as well.
Oh,
as
yeah.
Some,
That fan-
battery-operated
that
fans
fan-
and
that fan is awesome.
blowers to clean out the, debris of mud
Yes.
and,
Yeah.
and
The
dust.
the
But
inflator was a big one.
inflator.
Yeah, those 2 inflators work very well, though. I tried it out.
It
It works.
So
they're
something that we tell people at our shop is it doesn't matter what type of work you're in. It doesn't matter if you're driving a dually, towing trailers every day, or if you're a soccer mom, toting the kids around. Having one of those tire inflators, it comes in clutch because you could throw any size battery in there and blow at least one tire up. If you can get the tire inflated, it's
And that's the whole thing, is getting ourselves off the trail is, things that we don't think about but are nice to have should we need them.
yeah.
Because I've been out on the trail and not had any tools and lost a wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd have, if you're specifically talking trail riding, Jeremy and I would suggest one of the small chainsaws to
Yes.
have on there.
Yeah.
We suggest at minimum maybe a sawzall, hacksaw
Yes.
type of. They make the hacksaw the one-handed.
Right.
And in Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, they all have them. It's just a lot of times when you go off-roading, you don't necessarily think, hey, let me throw some of my battery-powered types of tools
Yeah.
in there. you don't think about it until
You need it.
you need it.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I just, blew the bead on the tire. And like, what are we going to do now? Do you really want to break out the old jack that's underneath the, hatch? Or
Yeah.
what do you want to do? Do you want to get the 4-way out and break the lugs loose?
No.
That's kind of some of the items we thought of when we helped you guys put together the off-road toolbox trailer.
Yes, and honestly, the thought process that was put into it, it covered everything that I could think of. The only thing that we didn't have was a Sawzall, but I carry a Sawzall anyways, or a hacksaw, one of the two.
Yeah.
Then the other stuff would be like bungee cords to have, or straps,
Tied on straps, ratchet straps.
So,
straps.
which we obviously, Jeremy and I have quite the supply over at B&B Fastener. We're over in Ormond Beach, 291 South Young Street. We're right there, US 1 and Division. So anybody who's watching or listening to the podcast, you can come on out, talk to one of the two of us, and we're happy to help you with any of those straps or anything like that. But one thing that we didn't mention yet that I kind of looked over the off-road toolbox stuff that we put together, and I haven't mentioned it yet, but first aid kit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That always
in the
gets
vehicle.
forgotten, but
We preach that one. That and a fire extinguisher. We preach those two items.
Those
a
two
lot.
things.
well, see, Jeremy and I, we ride around in the water a lot, so fire extinguisher, do you need that? But no, you're right. A fire extinguisher is great to have, but I always forget the first aid kit, even myself, like when we go out, but when you have kids, especially, inevitably they're going to find a way to get themselves hurt, whether it's
A
tripping
scrape
over
of-
a twig or finding a red ant pile or something. So first aid kit would be something we hadn't mentioned that I think everybody should have. Milwaukee makes a great first aid kit. Is they have it in their pack out system.
Right.
So it's water resistant, so everything that stays in there, and it stays nice and secure. It doesn't get all turned upside down and all mixed together.
Mine's actually mounted upside down.
So Jeremy, he can speak especially to a lot of the Milwaukee stuff because he outfits some of his side-by-sides
Okay.
with the pack out
Yeah,
stuff.
because you really
especially.
can't hang it on the side.
So
or-
that's a whole nother market.
Oh,
Side
for
by
sure.
sides. Anybody goes off road.
Any
You need some
off-roader.
tools.
I think a lot of those tools are going to be pretty universal.
Yes.
You're going to, when it comes down to like some of those sockets and things like that, you're going to kind of specialize in whatever your riding
Right.
style is,
Yes.
whether you're rock climbing or you're going through, like the Florida trails.
Yep.
Actually, Jeremy started to utilize a transfer pump. It's a stick transfer pump that Milwaukee puts out, and a lot of the irrigation and plumbing guys use them.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a boat, and he, was doing some work on it. Some water was coming on. He just
Stuck it
put
in
the
there.
stick pump in there and
Battery
pumps it right
operated
out.
or
Battery operated.
yes.
Yep, Milwaukee.
It's 12 volt.
They're M12,
Yeah.
M12.
But actually, they do make it in
M18 as
both
well.
batteries, yeah.
Okay.
Some of the other things that we had kind of put on the trailer for you guys, the job site fan, we gave you a mixture of 5 amp and 8 amp hour batteries,
Yes.
I think.
Yep.
Some of the pack outs, a rapid charger. We gave you guys a 6-bank rapid charger for the trailer. So especially for what you guys are doing as you're doing trainings and things like that at different locations and events is, you have multiple people that you're utilizing these tools for. So you want to be able to get them turned around quickly. So the Milwaukee puts out a 6-bank charger. We suggest that to anybody who is trying to run like a trailer style, so landscapers and things like that. You want to be able to charge multiple batteries, and you want to be able to charge them quickly. So that was something that we gave out for the trailer. And I say we, as in Jeremy and I from B&B, but Milwaukee also helped us put all of that together. They're
shout out to
huge,
them.
huge shout out. Jonathan Clayton is our sales rep.
Okay.
He was an integral part of making sure that we were able to put a good package together for you guys for that.
So let me ask you this. We'll go back to, you're there at Jeep Beach, your first year at Jeep Beach, and the prices were so good, some people didn't believe they were real, even though you had the Milwaukee rep there.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool. I'm just going to say. So the folks that missed it, you missed on some great deals.
yeah. I think that that was one of the more positive types of feedback that we were receiving. And it always just made me shake my head, because we had a lot of people come up
Yes.
and, they're looking at this and be like,
No way.
$100. Yeah, it was $99, right?
Yeah.
For different items. I'm like, yeah, 99, but they're looking at it's what everybody
Yes.
does now. We live
Yes.
in an era of technology.
Yep.
As soon as they see it, they get their phone out and they're like, they're
Yeah.
talking and they're like,
People were coming in and they'd be on their phone research it and walk right into the aisle ahead of them. The
Yeah.
pack outs in front of
Yeah,
them.
they'd walk right into the tables ahead of them or something. So the feedback on pricing was phenomenal.
Well, thank you for doing that. Thank
Yes.
you. I wish more people took advantage of it.
You know, we know that Jeep Beach is local to our community and it's a charitable event, and that was something that Jeremy and I had talked about as business owners, that we wanted to partner with the right kind of people, with the right kind of organization. It isn't just about the profit at the end of the day.
No.
I think our prices at that event were, indicative of that.
Yeah.
You had items that were, 50, 60, 70% off of retail.
That's awesome.
So we heard a lot of that. Like, is this real?
But what I heard from the other vendors is, because I always said when we were going around doing our
Interviews.
like, hey, swing by, your place, and they're like, oh, my deals are great. He goes, some of these people don't believe how good they are, but it's a lot of the other people that were there for the show were coming to you guys and buying stuff.
Yeah, vendors. I don't know, Jeremy. What do you think? I would say 40 or 50% of our sales were probably vendors.
Yeah.
What do you think? That's a fair assessment?
We were setting a lot of stuff in the back for vendors that are coming back later to pick it up.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and they, and so we'd had people come up like, well, is it real? I'm like, look, we're not eBay and Amazon here. This is real, authentic Milwaukee heavy-duty tools.
Yes.
And if you have questions with any like specificity, Jonathan Clayton is our sales rep from Milwaukee Tools. He's right there. He can answer any questions. We are a brick and mortar store,
Right.
So if you question, you can go over to 291 South Young in Ormond Beach, and look, we have all of it on the on the wall on the shelves right now. So I assure you, if you aren't happy with this tool, Milwaukee will stand behind it from a warranty standpoint, and we will stand behind it, from our sales. So
side.
well, I think B&B for 34, 35 years has always prided themselves on the customer service. And when Jeremy and I took the business over several years ago, I think we've kind of expanded on that. We both had businesses in the community, so we know what it was like to be on the other side of the counter, and we had really tried to push our customer service, which was already outstanding, but we tried to take it to another level. And I think if anybody were to Google us on our review, like, you'd be hard pressed to find anything but a 5-star review.
Yeah, everything's up there.
Even when we don't have a situation that goes, 100% the way we want it to, we do make it right the best way we possibly
And that's
can.
hard to come by these days. I mean, you got, like you said, you got Amazon and all this other stuff, but they don't stand behind what they have. Yeah, you can send it back, but now you're without anything again.
So kind of to step, over the line a little bit, to go away from some of the Jeep Beach and the Offroad Toolbox stuff, though, is I would warn the audience to kind of what you're saying is, if you buy from an Amazon, if you buy from an eBay, they're great businesses. I'll take nothing away from that. Obviously, our business isn't churning out billions of dollars a year. But when you come down to like some of these power tools, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, on a daily basis, we have, because we do tool repair. We have people come into B&B who like, hey, this battery's no good, or hey, this tool quit working. And we're like, all right, where'd you buy it at? We're going to help you through this. And as soon as they say one of those online retailers, kind of raises a red flag. We have to dig a little deeper. And majority of the time,
Our returns.
it's counterfeit.
Oh, really?
No, they're not real.
They're not real. They look
exactly like it?
identical. You'd be hard pressed to, if I gave you 2 batteries and you set them side by side, I give you $100 to pick the one that's bad.
They fool us. We send them back to DeWalt or Milwaukee, and then they call us and tell us to send another fake in.
Wow.
I would caution anybody against that. It really comes down to what you've been taught as from childhood. If the deal is too good to be true, it's probably too good. Now, the flip side of that is at Jeep Beach at the track, a lot of people thought the deal was too good to be true, but it was a charitable event. And we weren't there to only sell and make money for a profit. We were there to try and help Jeep Beach as an event grow and become as successful as possible. Yes, we were there to sell Milwaukee tools, but that's why we decided to only partner and take Milwaukee products. We sell
snatch ropes, clevises,
all the rigging and everything.
Yeah.
But we don't want to step into that. We respected our other vendors, and and Milwaukee wanted to partner in a situation like that. So we felt like it was a good fit, but I would stay away from buying the stuff online and go to, even if you go to Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever.
We'll warranty a Home Depot part.
Yeah, we can warranty and B&B, what the nice thing with what we do is if you bring a battery, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, you bring one of those in and we verify the date codes and that if we can, authenticate it at the time, you can walk out the same day with a free battery.
Oh, wow. That's a nice service.
Yeah, that's a huge service.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody else is doing
Nope. Not even online. You can't have that kind of service. No. So in reality too is by people coming in and dealing with you, they're giving back to their community.
Absolutely.
Going online to these big box stores and all that, we're not giving back to the community. And that's what we pride ourselves on, is trying to give back. So now I got a question for you. I've got a battery. I'm going out off-roading. Can I keep my battery inside my vehicle through the night, into the day, into the next night, into the next day?
Heat related.
How many days was that, Jeremy?
A couple of days.
Yeah.
A weekend.
Let's
Put it in Friday.
No,
and
short
pick it up.
answer, 100%. You can,
Okay.
If you take that battery fully charged, it's not gonna, and you don't have any draw on the battery, it will stay fully charged for that weekend.
Yep.
Okay.
Jeremy had, it's been a couple months, I guess now. I act like it was just yesterday, but yeah, he was just up at Windrock or somewhere, and he puts all of his stuff in there, and he won't use it. He'll bring it back home and just throw it in the drill and just go ahead and use it. So those batteries will stay fine. Now, obviously, I would caution you: lithium is lithium, right? So
I think that's where I was kind of going.
yeah.
With it.
So you want it secure. You don't want it in a 2x2 space, just banging
Flopping
back
around.
and forth, because that's one thing that will void a warranty on any of the manufacturers of their battery platforms, is if there's any noticeable cracks, dents, anything that is physical damage to it, that will void those warranties on there, and we can't ship them.
Right.
Because we know what lithium batteries do.
exactly.
So, but yeah, as long as you have it in a relatively secure space,
Okay.
you can ride around the whole time. You go rock climbing, you
I
don't have
think
any
there's
issues.
5 batteries in my box in this truck right now that have probably been in there, I don't know, 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah,
They'll
so
be fine.
it's just like these tools that we're kind of going over some today.
Yeah.
The concept was for the construction worker.
Right.
Milwaukee plumbers, electricians, the industrial trades. Those guys never were and still are not nice to their tools.
True.
And you don't see trucks catching on fire all over the place. So I think as long as you
Take care of it.
take care of it with
Don't throw it up against the wall. Don't throw it down the road and pick it up and expect it
right,
to work.
yeah.
That kind of stuff.
if you're 100 feet up on a cliff or something that falls off,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I encourage you to go get the battery, but yeah,
It ain't
maybe
gonna-
don't leave it laying there. Yeah,
But we send nail guns back that clearly fell off of scaffoldings, and they still warranty them.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I don't have any more questions.
Here's a couple little caveats.
All right.
I like the battery operated light, and I like the battery operated fan, especially
Oh.
here in Florida.
Oh, without a doubt.
Especially when you have to work on it, it's either late, dark, or it's hot and muggy. The fan or the light come in.
Plus, this Jeep Beach, we took the new Milwaukee pack-out fan. That sold out right away.
yeah. Well, and I think we had it for. I could look it up in my
And
notes
it was
here.
a hybrid fan. The battery goes dead, you could still plug it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
it's dual
It-
purpose.
I think we had them on sale at the event for $89 or $99.
Oh, man.
Brushless pack out. So if you for the listeners who know anything about Milwaukee, they have a pack out system. So if this is your fan and you have a pack out tool set, it just clicks right in. You could position the fan. You can unclick it. They make wall mounts and mounts. The pack out stuff, so you
Right.
can mount it anywhere. But so when we helped you guys put together the the trailer,
Right.
Jeremy and I had talked about it with a couple of our other guys, and a bunch of just four-wheeling ATV Jeepers who if you're working on something other than a cold beer, what are you gonna need, right? And we're like, okay, you need a light, you need a fan, because it never happens in an ideal location.
Exactly.
And if you're in Florida or South Georgia or something, the gnats, the mosquitoes, the flies.
The fan will keep them away. The fan will blow them right away.
So,
or if this little bushing breaks for you non-Jeep people.
Or you drop it.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the sand or mud.
So this little thing goes on your transfer case shifter. There's 2 of them. And they get heat and they brittle. So then if you can't change your transfer case, you could either be stuck in low, high, neutral. So, which happened 2 weeks ago, broke out the tools and replaced both of them. So yeah, the impact, because we had to drop down one of the skid plates to get into it. But having the right tools made it, both of these, a 35-minute job. You know, the one underneath the console and then the one underneath.
Well, that's what's awesome about the pack outs also. It keeps everything so organized.
That you can carry spares with you.
All your little parts are in cups.
So we gave you guys, I don't remember, was it?
I think it's 2.
Yeah, we gave you guys 2 pack outs, and we had electrical terminals and some different fittings and some screws in case you guys were helping somebody on the trail. And
which we do.
Yeah, the
and
fender,
in the classes,
the fender is bent out, or the plastic ground effect is that we gave you guys some tech screws and things to be able to just, you can patch something up to get them out.
Yes.
The other thing that I was looking through, I couldn't remember, and I don't see it on this list immediately, so I'm scanning through, but so like kind of what you're talking about when you have to make a repair, having like a 3/8 or 1/4 inch ratchet, they make those in power, so it's nice, because you get in those tight places and you can't use a traditional ratchet. You have one of the battery operated ones, as long as you can get it over the head of the screw or bolt or whatever nut, all you do is pull that trigger and
even those ratchet wrenches that you gave us.
You got some of those combo sets. Those are sweet.
Those are sweet.
What else did I know you guys haven't had Jeep Beach wasn't that long ago, and the season is
upon us and we're starting up.
Right. So you're going to be kind of getting a little deeper, but what are some other things that we had outfitted the trailer with that you guys have been like, man, this was like awesome, or something maybe you wish we had
right along
included?
The impact, I used it for putting the tires on this. After the lift,
I have bead locks, so I had to recently get my Jeep Beach tires. I got my deal on, but there's 18 bolts.
That half-inch impact will make quick work.
Oh, night and day. Yes, and having the right one where put it on and you watch the metal shavings fall
off.
From
So
your powder coat gets chipped.
Yeah.
So Jeremy and I don't think that and I apologize to Milwaukee, because they've helped out so much at this event, but I think that we both have the mindset of DeWalt has some phenomenal products, Milwaukee has some phenomenal products, and then Makita also has, and they kind of, I'm not like a one-stop shop. You have to have everything, but I will say that Milwaukee impact. His son Jacob and I, just one of our friends, they were working on their mud truck, and they could not get the lugs broke off of this truck. They were using breaker bars. They were bending 4 ways. They had a DeWalt half-inch impact, which is a very good tool. They wouldn't break them free.
Right.
So Jacob took over. He took over the 1-inch impact. This big, semi, tool, and they couldn't fit it in the wheel, right? So he calls me, he's like, hey, well, you have any other ideas? I'm like, well, have you tried just the half-inch Milwaukee impact? And he's like, no. They did the DeWalt one, and I brought the Milwaukee 1-inch one. I'm like, I'll be down there and give me 5 minutes. So I run down there. It was amazing. I'm talking within like 2 seconds. He pulled that trigger and
wow.
He busted every one free with no effort. That's how powerful that Milwaukee impact is.
And so people, if you bring the right tools when things happen, it makes
quick work.
Quick work.
I wouldn't outfit that half-inch impact with a Phillips head.
No.
Because that's the wrong tool for the job, right? That's taking a gun to a knife fight. But I think that as long as you're outfitting your rig, if you're in a DeWalt platform already, you're not going to spend thousands of dollars. But I think having some of those same things, half-inch impact, 1/4-inch impact, some kind of saw in case you get yourself in a precarious situation. I think the fan. I think something overlooked, and I know I've done it in my life. I'm sure Jeremy, although he's like extreme, like if he's got to take some sockets, he's taking the whole damn socket set. But
I take a grinder,
Yeah.
reciprocating saw.
yeah, I think we outfitted you guys
did.
with a grinder,
Yeah,
just
you did. Yeah.
and that isn't something you're going to use all the time.
No.
But
But
If you need it,
if you need it,
if you
it's
need it,
there.
you need it. You know, somebody has to get a hitch off the back of their Jeep or truck, and you've got to, how else are you going to get the locked pin out
Yes.
if you don't have that? Well, you grind it off.
Grind it off.
I've had to have that happen a few times with people. So overall, though, we thought it was a great event. We were happy to be part of it.
or the person that uses the linchpin to put their toe strap or kinetic energy rope through, and then they bend that pin in the receiver.
Yeah, there you have it.
Either you got to cut your strap off or cut your rope off, or with the grinder,
You might get it out.
you can cut it.
You can cut it.
Yep.
And in the reality of it, that's probably cheaper than having to get another kinetic rope.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, very, yes.
So I would sacrifice that and grind it off and get it.
That's what I'm, yeah.
Yeah, definitely cheaper route to go, and you get to use a cool tool.
Yeah.
I mean, so some of those things. I have the list here if you want to see what we outfitted the trailer with. But what are some other things you would think, Jeremy, that folks should have?
Well, I take a shredder valve tool, valve stems.
Yes.
Yep.
They're all organized in my pack outs.
And he organizes everything in the pack outs, and I just
Fire plugs.
I sign on to that 100% because if you just have a toolbox with everything thrown in it,
Yeah.
it just it
a
gets
toolbox
ruined
with
and you
everything
can't
thrown
find
in
it. But
After
he's
this
starting
event, I
to
think next year we'll probably bring more stuff. And I believe the people that were around our tent this year will be
Coming back.
coming back and asking to be around our tent. They acted like it.
I mean, what one guy had a window breakout of one of the Jeeps. Somebody, I don't know, one of the folks coming through the event,
Right.
they did something and shattered his window out. So he came over. He's like, "Hey, do you happen to have?" I'm like, "Of course we do." I said, "Everything here we pretty much have. We use them. So, oh, you need an impact? Go ahead and take it and come back with it. Oh, you need some extra batteries? Go ahead and take it. Oh,
That was nice.
You need a vacuum? Well, here's a pack out, a Milwaukee pack out vacuum. You can go clean the glass up."
That was nice. That was very nice.
So, well, Jeremy and I, we have most of the stuff that we're trying to sell out at the event because we do
we
those
use
things,
it.
and we use them.
Yeah.
So we know what we have the most success with, and what people doing the same types of things would do.
Well, this will definitely get the people ready and
Yes.
kind of get their gears kicking and pick up the right stuff that they need to take out on the trail.
So please stop by B&B Fasteners and get your tools.
291 South Young Street, Ormond Beach, Florida, 32174.
And
Ask
their
for us.
phone number's in the description of both this and the video vlog.
Awesome. We're happy to help anybody out, even if they just have some questions.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, we can't offer some of those
Beach
event pricing. We can't
Next
offer some
year.
of that, but next year.
Who knows?
But in something that we offer our customers that most companies like us don't. Home Depot doesn't do it. Like Wind Supplies, they don't necessarily do it. But when those sales books go out for all the different tool companies, we cater some of our packages to different companies. So if it's 100 pages, we will offer out those sales. We don't keep anything
Right.
in-house.
Okay.
If the sale was that they got a free battery, they get the free battery.
Yep.
We don't hold on to any of that to up our margins
Right.
like some of the other companies. We really try and work for our customers.
Plus, at the office, we have all the grade 8 bolts, all metric bolts, washers.
Awesome. Everything you need for your winch, your bumpers, everything.
Your winch, your bumpers,
Yeah.
Yes.
everything.
Any automotive needs or anything, we have over 100,000 items.
Awesome.
That's great.
All right, guys, with that, we're going to wrap it up. We appreciate you guys coming in, helping us out, loading us up, giving us the stuff to do our job. And by all means, please go down there and check them out. Give them a call. They're great guys to work with, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And there you have it. Don't you feel smarter now? We'll drop more knowledge on you soon. Thanks for listening to the Off-Road Toolbox. Powered by Best Price Trailers.